you know, they was like, yo, this is it. So I was happy that I had that support, and then the world just was like, yo, check, you did it.
A follow-up album, a sequel album, is such a...
Don't try this at home, kids.
Don't try, it's a Herculean...
Don't try this at home, kids. Sequels?
Jules, it's a Herculean task, and you restored my faith in it.
Thank you.
Sometimes when people put out sequels, you could have just named it something else. Like, people are just trying to like capitalize off the name of the brand of the album they built.
Right.
And you definitely expanded the universe. It was just like, it was like Marvel, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no doubt.
Like it's almost like within the Wu-Tang universe, you have built a smaller universe and then built another planet. Like that.
Well, there you go.
I put it.
And look, and I took it serious, like you said. Like, it wasn't never just to market it, to be like, oh, it makes sense to market it and not really work hard at it. Like, that's never been my personality or my posture in rap at all. I never was like that. If I say I'm gonna do something the right way, I'm gonna make sure it's done the right way.
Yeah, it's the Almanac of Rap show. I got opinions and they all factual. No news, just information that you won't be able to use unless you're at a dinner party trying to impress who's in attendance with endless tidbits of nonsense. We're gonna have a good time, I promise. YouTube rabbit holes, Reddit deep dives, pulling out old interviews from the archives. Styles, fads, trends, all of that. It's the Almanac of Rap.
Welcome to the Almanac of Rap, the show with mad spine-tingling styles and shit. I'm your host, Donwill, and today's guest is Raekwon. Raekwon is a rap icon who helped put Staten Island on the map with his crew, the Wu-Tang Clan. He's also got a solo career that's pretty damn incredible. Our conversation covers a wide range of topics, and I can't wait to share it with you. But first, I gotta kick the Ballistics. You could pick any song in Raekwon's discography to understand why he's one of the most respected lyricists in the game. But another distinction he holds is that he's one of the flyest dressers in the game too. And yeah, I know this style is subjective, but when somebody truly got that on, there's no denying it, even if you personally can't pull it off. While researching this episode, I ended up on Raekwon's IG, where I noticed that he was always photo shoot fresh. It's virtually a lookbook, including everything from Gucci aprons to quilted joggers, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, or the glacier of ice. His latest album, The Emperor's New Clothes, shares a title with a Dutch fairy tale about a king being convinced being naked is the latest fashion. And if you ever wanted to hear Raekwon read a fairy tale, here's a clip of an IG Live where he's breaking down the title.
So the king went for it. I don't know why he went for it, but he went for it. So now he got a parade. So he goes out to the fucking parade with nothing on, thinking he got fucking clothes on. You got nothing on, but you still go out there because you trust that's around you telling you that, yo, this is it. This is it. This is the clothes. The king goes out there and he get ready to talk, and guess what happened? A little kid came out of nowhere and said, yo, why the king ain't got no clothes on? And when he said that, everybody in the crowd looked up and they was like, the king ain't got no clothes on, the king ain't got no clothes on, the king ain't got no clothes. You know what I mean? So the king peeping everybody, like dissing him or whatever the case may be, like, you fucking, what are you doing? Like, you don't got no clothes on. Right then and there, the king knew that he was hoodwinked. You know, to end the whole moral of the story, stop going for sucker shit, y'all.
The album title is an allegory for people falling for sucker, but it honestly has little to do with actual fashion. But that's because the chef don't just talk it. He been living it since he entered popular culture. One of his highest achievements in fashion was popularizing the Snow Beach polo jacket in the music video for Can It Be All So Simple. The jacket belongs to Polo Snow Beach collection, which debuted in fall of '93. The brand has since done 2 re-releases of the collection, and each time neglected to tap Raekwon. And while that lack of collaboration feels like a huge oversight on Ralph Lauren's part, Ray has since went on to drop his own Linx Beach polo that serves as an homage to the purple tape, as well as a nod to his impact on the Snow Beach pullover's popularity. He's also been loosely associated with New Balances and Clark Wallabees. But, as evidenced by the Linx Beach jacket, the chef is good for cooking up his own customs and collabs. Here are just a few of them. He collaborated on a pair of glacier blue shades with an eyewear line called 9-5. Now, as a guy committed to prescription glasses, they make me want to strongly consider trying contact lenses. He's also collaborated with Diodora more than a few times, and each pair is virtually out of stock before they hit the shelf. But it's deeper than fashion with Raekwon, as proceeds from his latest drop went towards an initiative called Cuban Linx, which is a project that gives back to up-and-coming musicians. He also teamed up with a brand called Pinheads to drop a pretty ill suede cap in commemoration of Only Built for Cuban Linx. And one of his biggest collabs of all time was co-founding the 611 Purple Factory, which is a barbershop/tattoo parlor in Toronto that sells exclusive merch and serves as a museum of sorts for some of the rarer pieces of Raekwon memorabilia. But if your passport isn't in order, don't worry. His official website is everything from Christmas ornaments to board games. And while I couldn't get Okayplayer to track down any of these collaborations for me to do an official unboxing, I was lucky enough to talk to the man himself about his career and his overall impact. And here's that conversation. Check out the Okayplayer shop for exclusive collectibles and limited runs. That's shop.okayplayer.com. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Almanac of Rap. My name is Donwill, and today's guest is a founding member of the Wu-Tang Clan, but he's also responsible for dropping one of the best solo debut albums of all time. Give it up right now. Pull your car over, pause your phone for Raekwon the Chef.
Woo, I like that. I like that intro. That was
Man,
that.
thank
That was
you.
it right there. What's
How
good?
you feeling, man?
Chilling, man. Blessed, man.
Thank you for letting me
Still here.
interrupt your rehearsal, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Taking
it's
some
all
time
good.
out of your day.
Only because it's you. Only because it's you. We got you. We got you.
All right, let me get to these questions.
The
So,
Almanac, baby.
It's the Almanac of Rap, you know what I'm saying? We gotta make space for Raekwon.
Respect.
Okay, so right now is the 30th anniversary of Only Built for Cuban Linx.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, I have a bunch of questions, but the main one I want to know is about the decision to make the tape purple. It was such a brilliant marketing move, and it gave the album its own folklore. Like now when people talk about Cuban Linx, talk about your album, it's like the purple tape.
Yeah, it's like having a kid with a nickname.
Exactly.
Yo, it was a strategy.
Yeah.
You know, that was something that I wanted to do. So I kind of, created that mindset to do that back when I was 24 years old. 24, 25 years old, coming from out of the streets, always hustling and trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. We always try to separate, our product from any other product out there. So that mindset was something that I kept inside the music once the album was done. So I'm like, all right, I love my product right now. This is 100% what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Now I need to put a tag on it to make them recognize that, you can't get this down the street. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's when we decided to say, yo, we gonna make the tape purple.
The question is, why that specific color, though?
That specific color came by accident.
Okay.
Because the original color was gonna be green.
Green?
Because that's my favorite color. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Green is my favorite color. Like, you know what I mean? Money green, olive green, hunter green,
Green is a fire-ass color.
Yeah,
all the
one
shades.
of the best colors.
Yeah.
One of the best colors for me. But they couldn't make it because they didn't have those selection of colors.
Okay.
So they said, so I'm like, yo, I'm pissed now. I'm like, yo, well, what color they got? Like, I'm making a big deal out of it. Which the label was like, yo, you going to the next level. Like, why are you doing? I'm like, fuck that. This is what I want.
The
You know what I'm
details
saying?
matter. Details matter, yeah.
And I always been that way. Always been a detail guy on everything. I don't give a f if I'm wearing a sneaker. It's detail on it. But back to what you were saying, not to cut you off, it's like, it was only a certain amount of colors that they had.
Yeah.
So it was like, nah, not this color. Definitely not this one, that one. I just kept looking at that purple. So I'm saying to myself, damn, you might think purple might be a little bit feminine. If your mindset is young like that,
True.
you may think that way.
If you never heard of
what I'm
Prince.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
born, King Purple Rain over there.
Yep.
But anyway, like I said, I kept looking at it and staring at it, and I'm like, yo, I'm not really mad. And I knew purple for being royalty.
Royalty, that's what
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So automatically I'm in king mode, and I'm like, this must be it. So I went for it, you know what I mean? So when I came back and shared it with the clan, they don't care. It wasn't really nothing. It's just, they looking at me like, yo, it's just part of your ego. Like, yo, you just want to make it. But I'm like, nah, this is strategic right now because we separate ourselves from, okay, if I'm in a car with a and the got 1,000 tapes in his car,
You know what I mean? I want to be able to grab what I know that's fire right away, and I felt like, you see that? It's always going to, you're always going to choose.
You don't even need the case and cover art at that point. You just need to see the naked tape. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And in my mind, like, outside of it being about royalty, you also are like, just style, fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's always been like that since I remember seeing you, like, images of you. So I think it just feeds into that.
Thank you.
But something else is you were third out the gate with the solos.
Yeah,
was it Dirty Meth?
Yeah, we set it off with the Clan album. Yep. Then Meth came, then Dirty came, then I came.
So what's your mindset going into this? You're the third debut. You're the third album.
Right.
What's your mindset going into making this?
Scared.
You got to come behind. Dirty's album was a fucking bomb.
Listen, I'm just telling you the truth. I was scared. I was scared. I wanted it. It's like knowing you want something and when you get it, it's like, nah, you know what you gonna do now with it or whatever. But I wasn't really, I wanted it, but it's like when it came, it didn't come because that was something the Clan we all suggested. I think it was the fans that was just watching my get down. And you know, of course, having the record Cream being one of the biggest records at that time, it was like when they told me I was up next, I'm like, yeah, I'm with it. But then by myself, I'm like, yo, it's a lot of work going on right there to be a solo or whatever the case may be. So yeah, you know, I was scared for about 3 minutes. And then the next, you know, after that, it was like, we're getting it done. You know what I mean? Yo, it's generals in the building. And, you know, I felt like that graduated me and the Clan to being a 5-star. You know what I'm saying? That, yo, yeah, it's my time to shake it up and call some shots around here because, you know, making the albums, I never really was the shot caller. You know what I'm saying? Riz is the shot caller. Yeah.
And,
you know what I'm saying?
So when you made your album, it was more or less like, okay, now it's on you.
So whoever's making their album become the shot caller.
Got you.
Because now the people chose you, not RZA or not me or not this one. It's like, yo, the people is requesting that. That's why every album that came out was a request from what people felt like, yo, who was getting hotter. So when we was coming and Cuban Linx was on the table, I'm like, yo, listen, we gonna make this one of the illest albums. I'm telling the Clan that right away. Like, this one, we gonna really do what we supposed to do.
Did you lose anything in the flood? Like, were any of your recordings lost in that flood?
Put it like this. When everything got lost in the flood, it was almost like albums was already designed already, but we was still making stuff as we go. But I can remember a couple of little things being lost that probably might have fell on my back that I would have loved to rock with. But, you know, RZA lost a lot of but he had a lot of too. Yeah. So it was like, when I think of the flood, I think of certain records. Like Meth had an ill record that, you know, we had an SWV different remix that I loved that nobody never heard it or you know, Jizza rhymed on something. It's like, it might be just a couple I can name off my hand, but we still had a lot of though still.
So speeding through your catalog, because the catalog is crazy and we don't have enough time to go through it all.
Thank you.
You did end up dropping a sequel to Only Built for Cuban Linx.
Hardest shit.
Hardest. You know what I'm saying? My question for you is, what was the decision to drop it when you did as opposed to like now? On not even now, but on like a decade anniversary, like a 20th, 10th, 20th, 30th, 40th. Like, why did it come when it came?
I mean, you know, a lot of times, you know, when I'm making music, of course, I'm elevating myself. But at the same time, I'm listening to what's going on in the streets, the fans, my peers.
Like that album, it's also one of those ones that had a little folklore to it. In that Busta Rhymes executive produced it. It was on Aftermath. And like I always jokingly say, nobody gets an album out on Aftermath. Like Detox is still hidden in the shadows. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you not only put out that album, got one off, and it was as crazy as it was, is just a landmark, like another landmark achievement for you.
Yeah, of course, definitely. But you know, just back to what we were saying, like to go back and do a sequel. It happens when it happens, but it was those type of things that was around me that I was listening to at the same time of growing in my music, but listening to everybody, yo, Cuban Linx, the way you did this, the way you did that, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it made me be like, yo, it's like The Godfather. We got to do another one.
Yeah.
So once I decided to do that, it was almost like, that's a big task to try to do a sequel and try to do it on the same level to take people back to that one. So I came to the realization that, you know what? You can't outdo the first one. I would never try. That's already golden seal right there. That's already, you know. So to do something that could be an extension of that, that's what I came to the solution of. So that album, it took me about 6 years to do it. You know, and at that time we were going to sign with Dre, and we had already, you know, negotiated everything, and we was about to make that move, but then Dre had some things that he had to finish up. And I love Dre. You know, Dre is my brother, always been there for me, and was the first fan of Cuban Linx too. Because he heard it at its entirety, and he was like, yo, I wish I had the time to, you know, get engaged with this one, but yo, run and do what you need to do, because you already got it. You already got it.
That speaks to Dre's character.
That's who he is, you know what I mean? And when he said it, and then RZA and them heard the body of it, and the Clan, I knew it, and especially my management, which is the toughest management in the world when it comes to putting out music, and, you know, they was like, yo, this is it. So I was happy that I had that support, and then the world just was like, yo, check, you did it.
A follow-up album, a sequel album, is such a...
Don't try this at home, kids.
Don't try... It's a Herculean...
Don't try this at home, kids. Sequels?
Jules. Like, it's a Herculean task, and you restored my faith in it.
Thank you.
Sometimes when people put out sequels, you could have just named it something else. Like, people are just trying to, like, capitalize off the name of the brand of the album they built.
Right.
And you definitely expanded the universe. It was like Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no doubt.
Like, it's almost like within the Wu-Tang universe, you have built a smaller universe and then built another planet. Like that.
Well, there you go.
I with it.
And look, and I took it serious, like you said. Like, it wasn't never just to market it, to be like, oh, it makes sense to market it and not really work hard at it. Like, that's never been my personality or my posture in rap at all. I never was like that. If I say I'm gonna do something the right way, I'm gonna make sure it's done the right way. So to get that acceptance, it's like, wow, I tell people all the time, I don't recommend cats to do that all the time, because everybody can't do it. Everybody can't do it.
Yeah.
You know, and even right now, I still get the curse of, yo, when 3 coming, yo, boom, it's a gift and a curse. And I'm like, yo, I really don't know. So that goes back to what you said. How do you know when it's really that time to do it? I was like, you never know.
Well, you know, all I'm saying is that every chain has several links. So it could be infinite. You can have a lot of links in your chain. You know what I'm saying? So this is a little jewel. I'm giving the chef jewels. You know what I'm saying?
He's dropping bracelets on me, y'all. He's dropping them on me.
I got to give you a jewel because you gave me something I walk with, and I've been walking with my whole life.
I love it.
Keep your eyes open in your wallet and your front pocket.
Wow.
I heard that and I was like,
wow. Nah, you better.
Listen, man.
You better. You don't
but another place you popped up that shocked the out of me was on Aquemini. That skew it at the Barbie. Got to keep it provocative. All right, how did that happen?
Interesting, because that was my induction to being down with the South, and they really embracing me.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to know.
The South accepted me after that. Once that record hit, it was like, yo, he's one of us, you know?
Yeah.
But I was living in Atlanta at that time. This was around 99, 98, around that time of year. And had a fat penthouse out there, and we would go to the mall all the time, and I bumped into my brother Big Boy in there. So, you know, real dot tech real every time, yo, what up? And it was just that quick, yo, we got to get together, we got to do something. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Me respecting him, respecting this town, what they do in they city. Yeah, yo, make it happen. Boom. Next thing you know, we find ourselves in the studio. So I'm listening to this track, and I'm listening to them. You know, we all in there, and they going at it. I'm like, oh, this is some serious South shit right here taking place. You know, it was almost like stars. Like I said, I have this thing about me where I could just see the future of these talented brothers and sisters that I'm working with. So it's like with them, I'm like, oh, this record is ill. You know what I mean? Yo, I gotta really go to work on it. So, you know, started penning it, and the next thing you know, when it finished, it was like, yo, y'all dig it? It's like, yo, it's out of the world. It's out of this world. And all I was doing really was delivering a style. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, I write, sometimes I could just write a normal rhyme talking to somebody, and then sometimes I might just make it a little flashier, like try to put some flow on it, because that's how they was dancing on it.
Yeah.
The common denominator, the nigga numerator. I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh, these is about to take me there.
And that joint was, you heard that before you wrote your verse.
Yeah, a little bit of it, but they still was working on it as they was fixing it, but I had to think quick, you know what I mean? It was like no time to go home and, you know, write it by myself. I had to write it on the spot.
That's some Johnny on the spot.
Know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And respect to you for being able to do that on the spot. A lot of might have been like, let me go sleep on it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, sometimes that happens. I mean, you know, I get it, you know, but me, I was just too excited about the moment at that time. You know what I mean? The moment was right there, and it was that time to strike.
When you were down in Atlanta, was that around the time when was it Eric Sermon or Too Short that had the rim shop? Was it Too Short?
Nah, I think Eric had the rim store. Yeah.
Did you go down there around over there?
Oh, no, I mean, you know, slid through there every now and then. I never seen my brother in there, but you know, yeah.
I know it was a scene, and it's one of those like there are these moments in hip hop. Like I like to think about I forget the record.
The real 112 and all that was open back then too.
So like you have these scenes that were organic and popped up, and unless you got a VHS cassette tape, you won't think it was real.
Oh,
you know
absolutely, yeah.
Like everybody was converging. So I just wanted to know if you had a story about that place, because that is mythical in my mind.
Nah, when you go there, it's like, you know, it's like Wonderland. You know what I mean? You're gonna see and hear good music, and you know that's what we do, man. When you an artist and you have so much love in certain places, you try to create some kind of landmark there because you know the love and the respect is there. So when you walk into these places, it's like, yo, you feel at home, you know what I mean? And we try to do that all over the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Speaking of all over the world, I want to talk a little bit about travel. It's gonna sound crazy, but I'm a New York transplant. I wasn't born here originally.
Okay.
And in my mind, I'm Cincinnati, Ohio.
All right. That's what's up.
Get busy out
Big
there.
up in Ohio, yeah.
Shouts to Hot Tech.
In Ohio, yeah. Big up the O, man.
Yeah. But so it's gonna sound crazy, but in my mind, getting on the ferry to go to the city just feels like traveling to me.
Yeah, it is.
So like, the question is, did that feel like an adventure as a young man? You know what I'm saying? Like a young kid coming up, like, y'all about to go over to Brooklyn. Like, did that open your mind in a way to traveling and adventure in general?
Oh, absolutely. And we loved it, every minute of it. We loved it. As a kid, we always wanted to move around. We never been those dudes that just stay in one spot.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, you think about when you was a young kid and your mother say, yo, you better be upstairs before the motherfucking lights come on. I'm busting your ass.
You like, the ferry ain't coming.
She stood on it. She stood on that. So it's like we had to make sure that, yo, we get home before then. So we was always out and, you know, getting on a boat. It was fun to us, you know, just, you know, something about a boat that make you start being inspired by too, inspirations.
The water, the motion.
The water, yeah. But also, this was one of those boats where it was like, it was the love boat. So, you know, had everything, drugs, chicks on there, smoking weed, over there sniffing coke, all this, so all this is going on, and I'm a young cat getting on the boat.
How many of y'all, like, so...
It was crazy back then.
I'm imagining y'all going to the tunnel or just going somewhere. How many is on the boat? Like, are y'all just coordinating to meet up, or y'all just like...
I'm talking about the boat, we felt like that turned into a fucking tugboat after where you got so many motherfuckers on the boat. It's like everybody's outside on the top. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a party boat because they would let us... Like, we used to be down there playing records. You know what I mean? Had their radios and all that blasting music and rolling up joints. You know what I mean? Rolling up joints. Grown folks, they was doing grown folks over there. It was like almost like being at a playland in the ghetto.
Yeah.
But you getting on this ferry boat.
Listen,
it was fun. It was fun.
Paying double-digit hundreds of dollars to get on the Hornblower yacht. Y'all were like, we just get on the ferry.
That's
we
right.
Doing it.
That was our yacht. That was our yacht. See, I remember, man, we grew up. I always tell kids, man, yo, some of y'all ain't have a full life yet, man. And it's f***ed up because it's like, y'all need to understand that having fun is everything, man. When you're young, man, have fun, man. You know, have fun. You know, for us, yo, we used to push each other in shopping carts, write graffiti, break dance, ride bicycles, wheelie. You know what I mean? Do all the that a kid's supposed to do, get on the trains, you know, all of these type of things. And I think that had a lot to do with the music that was being made. You know what I mean? That really made everybody love music. 'Cause music is supposed to make you feel a way too. Well, you know, you might feel a little bit of tension with certain songs or whatever, because I've been around a lot of spots where, yo, these records come on and just want to fight.
True.
So, you know, it has
Very
its
true.
moments, but music is everything, especially when you get to live a life with it. So my point of me saying it is that
Drop the jewel.
that has so much to do with us being who we are today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even the discipline side of it. Like I said, yo, when we weren't able to get on the ferry, because at one point, it wasn't like I was 7 years old jumping on that shit. My mother would have tore my ass up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was built like that. She was one of those ladies, like, you know, but still gonna love you. You know what I mean? Give you a hug later on, a couple hours. And
I
tell you if you
gotta
do it
bust your
again,
ass. Don't do that again.
do it again. We gonna go back big.
So moving on to when you were old enough to actually travel, what was your first time like going to Asia? What was like when the Wu finally showed up in China? Like what was the response? How did you feel?
Kid, yo, listen, man, I was young, man. Shit was a movie, man. It was like, yo, you couldn't believe. Well, you know, at that time, we already didn't finish school. All of us dropped out of school, you know, way before our music career started.
Okay.
But the main thing was like, yo, to go there, it felt like, oh, shit, like, this is really getting ready to change our lives, you know?
Yeah.
And that brought us all together even more because we knew our lives were changing. And we had to love each other the way we really love each other due to the fact of knowing where we came from and knowing that we getting this opportunity to do something. So to sit down with men that I don't normally sit down with every day before this music took off, it's like, yo, it's like being in the army. Like, yo, I'm with you now. You my brother. I love you. We learning to love each other. So traveling to those places, it was like, it was helping us become more closer and appreciate our blessing that we was getting with this music.
Yeah.
And to have those fans over there, that's rare. That's
Very
rare. That's rare.
To get to go
It's
see
rare.
them and touch them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And they was just giving it up. They was giving it up.
So going from thinking about that person then, and the man you are now, like I would assume you've blown all your childhood goals out the water. Your goals and dreams have been blown out the water and redreamed, and new goals are set. What's a goal for you now? Like, what's your new dream? You know?
I like that though, and you're right though. You know, I have a billion dreams, you know, but I think where I'm at today is just to keep educating the youth the best way I can. You know, keeping the music going because we love making the music. You know, it's like looking at Stevie Wonder. You know, he got a fruitful career. You know what I mean? And every time it's always something great and positive that you can learn from him or get from him. And I think as an artist, that's what I want to be is, you know, to be able to be respected like I am still. You know what I mean? And know that I could show up and still give you a hit or rock a stage or, you know what I mean? Or even see some youngsters that is just willing to get some gain from me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's important, man. You know what I mean? The money, don't give a about money. We all got money. We made money. We made millions and millions of dollars. But at the end of the day, that don't put you in the dictionary of real rap is when it comes to your heart on how much you love what saved your life. This saved our lives. We open up the doors for so many people, like just Wu alone. Like, and I feel like we get our flowers, but I think we need fucking bouquet more. Like
Bouquet, you need
bouquets.
florists.
It need to be storming bouquets for us. Like damn, like shits is knocking over trucks and everything. So many flowers because we proved that we could do it on our own. You see what I'm saying? When I'm saying doing our own is like the ability to put people in the room with you and say, yo, let's make this plan happen. And everybody do their part. Everybody do their role and believe in each other. And we're going to make the ops or whoever respect it. We had to do that.
It was some unprecedented
shit. Yeah.
Like it was some trend-setting, templatizing shit to see a group come in, then branch off of solos with their own shit. And then like you created your own world, your own economy,
How many artists is doing that right now? Thousands.
Yeah, it's the template.
That got groups and guys they putting on and creating their own labels and this and going to get real big bags and look. You know what I mean? So we was the ones that the trailblazers of it that really said, yo, you know what, we're gonna do it on our own, but we're gonna do it to the maximum and take it around the world.
Yeah.
And now we took it all around the world, where it's like, yo, we go to Poland, they don't even speak in English in Poland, but they know those records.
Dog. And
That's
they're
what you
singing
wanna
it back
do.
to you.
That's what you wanna do.
I feel like I'm inside of an interlude on Only Built for Cuban Linx. Like, this is f***ing crazy to me. I got one more question.
Yeah.
I have several, but I can only do one more. This could be a 5-hour conversation.
Shoot it.
All right. So I have a segment on the show about things that are underappreciated, overlooked, or other people would consider played out.
Okay.
My question is, it's called the Big Playback, and it's about seeking justice for things that you feel like just need a little bit more love, a little bit more shine.
Okay.
So what do you want to seek justice for, musically or trend-wise?
What I want to seek justice on. I want to seek justice on, yo, man, really putting hip-hop in a category box where everything can't get in there like that. That's number one. So it need to be a legislation that says, yo, at the end of the day, yeah, you might have been inspired by hip hop, but that's not hip hop. That's this. So let's squeeze that, because it's still a part of our dance or what we doing together. But let's put that in this category, because it's not this, but it's cool though. So we gonna ride with it. You know what I mean? So things need to be put in the right slots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's not
like
a
rock
diss.
music. That's what they do. You know what I mean? Contemporary rock, this rock, punk rock, rock, hard metal rock, all kind of rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we need to do that first.
I know exactly what you mean. So yeah, if you're watching the show,
seek the justice right there, baby.
Give his justice right now. Give his catalog his justice right now. And if you didn't see the show, if you didn't make it to the tour, go back and
fucked up on
buy
that one.
5 tickets to the next Raekwon show. 5 tickets to the next Wu-Tang show. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna see, man. You miss it, don't say we ain't tell you nothing, man. We told you.
Yo, right. Thank you so much for sitting down with me, G.
Solid. You got it, man.
I enjoyed your energy, man.
The Almanac. That's right. Salute.
Crazy.
Once again, shout out to Raekwon for stopping by the show. Be sure to check out his new album, and if he's coming to your town, plan to go see him. That's it for this week, but as usual, stick around after the credits for a little something extra.
The Almanac of Rap is created and hosted by Donwill. Executive producers are Donwill, Aisha Sese, and Travis Harris. The show is directed by Travis Harris. The show is produced and edited by Kobe Bafor. Art direction for the show was handled by Kaushik Kaladindi. The production coordinator is Bianca Ortiz. Audience development is handled by Hassan Spruill and Ashawn McCullen. Our audio marketing strategist is Fabian Mickens. The show's camera operators are Travis Harris, Kobe Bafor, Trigger Bowden, and Compton Timberwolf. Graphic design was done by Jefferson Harris. Compton's also our technical director and audio engineer. Our social media producers are Taylor McGee and Michael Mays Jr. The show's associate producers are Brianna Harris, Tiara Jackson, and Javon Stevenson. The show's theme music was provided by Von P. The show is written by Don Will and Peter Berry.
And this week, I leave you with the answer to one of rap's longest standing unsolved mysteries, which is, why does Raekwon shout out Connecticut on incarcerated Scarfaces? Run the clip.
2 questions about incarcerated Scarfaces, and everybody's quoting lines, real for shots, Peace, Connecticut. I never understood why you said Peace, Connecticut. I was like, I didn't understand what it was, but it sounded amazing. And Mad Police in Manhattan,
man.
like everybody loves real niggas for shots, Peace, Connecticut. Everybody loved that. Was there a reason that you said Connecticut? I might as well ask now.
I mean, it was a fly line, but at the same time, I've been to Connecticut because, you know, we did a show out there one time, and it was like, it reminded me of where we from. Bunch of wild niggas and niggas just want to fight and get in the shit, and at the same time, it was like, I just felt like Connecticut was the right word to say, and I respected they town. So,
right,
you know what I mean? Real like shots, you know, Peace, Connecticut. It was just one of those situations where the rhyme it felt like that, and I kept it because I've been there before and I know they get down. So it just flew off a nigga tongue.
And there you have it. Shout out to Connecticut for keeping it thorough. That's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time on the Almanac of Rap.